mid-season. Burke reporting on the sideline. When they went up against the Warriors.
So about the bad offense,
well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense. The ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Being at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the... It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become...
There's the 3. Bradley can't get it to go. On defense, Boston. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Shot is off. Nice D from Bogut. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Is at the free throw line here.
Well, outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Here's Curry. Another miss by Curry.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And part of the reason why the Celtics are ahead of schedule in the rebuild is because of Coach Brad Stevens. He has everyone on the same page.
You know what? You talk around the league about Coach Stevens, and other coaches are just astounded by his work ethic. People around the league think he's already a top coach and could be one of the greats by the time.
Oh, wow. I mean, just beautiful. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic? Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Zeller comes in for David Lee. And Turner's subbed in for Jay Crowder. Azili's checked in for Golden State. Rush comes in for Thompson.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Some changes for Boston. Urepko's checked in for Thomas. Young is subbed in for Bradley. Then for the Warriors, Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Outside Turner. He tries for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
Hunter's checked in for Boston. The Warriors also with a sub. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Here's Azili. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And Turner kicks to Hunter. 1 second left. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Warriors. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
The Warriors leading. They've got Young. Tyler Zeller out there with Yaredko. Then it's Evan Turner. And it's Hunter in it, the 2. That's the Boston 5. Boston took a lot of steps forward last season with their coach, Brad Stevens. Still, though, their defense was near the middle of the road. That will need some tweaking.
Yeah, and you could say that seemed to be the limiting factor, Kevin, in how far they eventually went. Strange, given how several years ago they were an offensive juggernaut.
Inside, just his first attempt. And there's Green on the assist by Iguodala.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Warriors leading by 6. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
All right, let's keep it going. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Yaredka. Crowder comes in for Young. Bradley's checked in for Hunter. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Evan Turner. The drive by Green. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play. And the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
Thomas outside. Can't get it to go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Clark, they dialed it in here in the second quarter, playing really well. Over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Here's Crowder. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Lee comes in for Olynyk. Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. It's deflected. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Thomas, good.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
One-on-one here. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Warriors, 4th.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jerebko's checked in for Crowder. Young comes in for Avery Bradley. And it's Turner in for Isaiah Thomas. Fires from deep. Ezeli can't get it to go.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Ezeli's got 4 this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Jerebko can't get it to go. Here's Spates. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Down low. It's stolen by Sullinger. Here's Jerebko. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. And it's Bogut in at the 5 down low.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Outside break. And the Celtics hit again from deep. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Boston. Timeout called the Warriors.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this round.
The Celtics making a switch here. Rozier's checked in. They set the pick. The drive by Iguodala. It's deflected.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first four. They've got to get on track.
From deep. Shot by Crowder, no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Thompson with the bucket.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
And Lee with the stuff. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Rozier. They get it again. Lee passes to Thomas. But they recover it. Lee dishes to Thomas. They shoot again. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And it's a 3-point Celtic lead.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Here's the 3. And Rozier pulls it down. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
The Celtics really seem to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
And Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Here's Crowder. Releases from 15. Count that one. Crowder's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That's foul number 2 for him. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And then for Golden State, Azili's checked in for Bogut. And it's Rush in for Klay Thompson. Here's Olynyk. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Warriors trailed by 5. The drive by Green. That's good.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Avery Bradley comes in for Young.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Boston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And that one's good. Hunter. Warriors trail by 6.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
Here's Bradley. And released it in time, but it's... And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Celtics lead by 6. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Celtics leading by 6. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. And it's Crowder in it, the small forward. That's the Boston 5.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road.
And it's Green missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Bradley gets it to go.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And, you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Curry with the steal. Lets it go from deep. Again, Curry missing.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3 ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Draymond Green. Warriors on D by Lee. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
And he makes both free throws.
And, you know, for the Celtics at home, they were able to get wins by playing tough defense in front of their rabid fans. Their offense virtually the same as when they were on the road. The defense was the difference at home.
He gives them a double-digit lead. And that's 11 points for Avery Bradley.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And as you said with the Celtics, it was the D at home that helped them get wins here. They'll want to be better than one game over 500 this season to get back into the postseason.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Crowder. Evan Turner. Celtics leading by 9. And it's Turner off the drive. And he dunks it down.
Nice basket there. Their offense has been much more impressive since halftime.
It's Curry outside. And another three for Golden State.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Here's Bradley. And again, Boston with the triple.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Curry gets to his Ely. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
It's Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got 9 points here in the second half. There's Thomas with the three. Great tee that time from Curry. Warriors trail by 8. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Warriors with some changes. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Azila. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in for Brandon Rush. Here's Curry with the three.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Here's Turner. And Curry pulls it down.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And the Warriors get it back.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Boston, no good that time either. And Turner with the block. Inside. It's stolen by Green. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Boston ball. The Celtics have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. There's Thomas with the three. And he gets it to go.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Azili comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Olynyk can't hit.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
It's the first, and that brings them to within 10.
Festus Ezeli. 2 shots.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And Young, here we go. Pass to Hunter. Fires for three, but they get it back. Olynyk. The layup missed. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home.
It's a light day in the NBA. PS4 games on a Sunday. This year express tour through the association called the Fast Break. Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder playing the Utah Jazz again, and KD 2 of 6 from deep. He owned the third quarter of this one. 17 of his 31 points came in that third quarter. This game went into overtime. Russell Westbrook had a double-double in this one. 25 points, 11 rebounds. The Thunder win at 104-98. Mario.
Snatch. 6.